Welcome back to Ember Knights. Last time we, well, frankly, we beat a run. And looks like a few things have changed. We have a shop now that we can use Ember for. Most likely not going to do much with that until we actually finish up the tree, which, based on the amount of total upgrades it says that we have left, is quite a bit off. But I'm not actually going to be buying all of them. I'm just going to be buying the ones I want. But let's go ahead and see if we can mod a new weapon. We got a whole bunch of ash last time, and I've been kind of interested in seeing if I can get the staff to work. Third attack releases seeking orbs. Sounds fun. So let's go ahead and grab that. Perfect timing's 15% faster. Could potentially be strong. Let's see what's down this tree. Ooh, that's pretty interesting right there. So the skills equipped in your first slot gain an additional charge. And we get a skill selector after defeating a mini boss. Oh, I really want this magic orb thing, but we unfortunately ran out of dust, so we're gonna have to go with this. Okay, I see how it works. Okay. Oh, yes. That's right, we get new modifiers here. So this increases enemy HP, enemy move speed, damage, attack speed, spawn counts. How about everything other than HP? I'm not really a fan of... Oh, there's more down here. Okay, hold on. We can change this up. I'm okay with full spawn counts. More elites, more practice encounters, boss variants. We don't really need the full heal afterwards. Let's go ahead and turn down move speed. Ember Tree Revives disabled. Don't need that. Turn down our damage real quick. Skill slot disabled. That would really suck for the staff. Countdown timer per world. And relic limit. Not interested. So we're going to go ahead and give them some damage back. Actually, let's give them some move speed over damage. We, seems like we sort of like purify the rift or something like that, and make everything way harder. This is kind of what I was hoping this was going to be honest. Seems like the room got larger too. I think it's to make up for the fact that there's more enemies, right? Sorry if I'm a little quiet today. Kind of had a bit of a long day already, and not fully in the energy yet. Wow, they even these little guys are a little threatening now. I forgot, we had something that did we have something on perfect skill charge? I don't actually remember. Additional charge, skill select after mini boss, and third attack releases orbs. So no, we don't have anything for that. Really weren't kidding on the extra enemies, huh? The elite down. And got that guy down. Wow, this is a pretty significant change in damage. Ooh, let's go for a fire build. Pilot light is a good start for that. Every time I get a perfect, I get to, what was it again? It's, oh, just anytime I use a skill, it creates a burst of fire. And then, of course, we're going to take, oh, that burst of fire is right around me at a melee range. Is not ideal, but it's pretty good for the tremors there. If we do end up failing this, we're probably just going to go right back in. I'm hoping to get some ash before we fail, though. I said before we fail. If we do fail, I'm hoping to get some ash first, because I kind of want a thing that whenever I use a skill, I send out another seeking orb. And kind of just make like an orb build. Oh, well, let's run it back. It is pretty crazy for us to be trying to use staff for this. At least we got something. Whenever you use a perfect skill, you heal. There we go. I don't think did I get any ash? I did not. I only need 2, though. Let's go ahead and run it back with the same modifiers. No reason to do any of the in-between difficulties, I don't think. It's a kind of all or nothing, so. Curious if they're going to give us anything for completing the improved run as it is. With the increased speed of enemies, this charge attack has gone from bad to worse. Kind of hard to use. I mean, I managed to get it off a few times there, but just felt risky, to be honest. The heat-seeking orbs, though, are quite nice. Here I thought the room was done. Just a few more enemies tossed in it at the end there. Let's go Eruption. We haven't used that in a little while. Got a relic selector. I got killed by a caterpillar. Man, the staff is just kind of like not great. Okay. It says that we should upgrade something, but there really isn't anything to upgrade. Let's try again. I really want to make this work. I think I just need to completely forego using the staff's charge attack. I keep wanting to work because it is technically very powerful, but it's just so much riskier than it is powerful. And I immediately used it again. So one thing that we're going to be looking for sure in this run is that relic that says that whenever we get a perfect skill, we heal. And then we'll probably want armor on perfect as well. And do skill timers probably, if we can get it. Just basically anything that says skills are better. So the staff already made skills really good. Huh, maybe that's a strategy. Instead of fully charging the lightning, we kind of just tap charge it. And with the tap charge, we can kind of just get some damage on a wide range of enemies without actually fully dedicating. Fully dedicating to the whole charge. Oh, this is already doing better. I think just have to get used to the increased speed here and get used to the fact that every enemy is dangerous now. Okay. Well, they're giving it to us early. Now we have to make the run work. I was moving away at the same time, trying to dodge something, and it made my eruption kind of just yeet itself into the wall there. Okay, not bad. Doing much better. Despite the fact that we have healing, we also haven't taken damage. Of course. Said something about not taking damage, so I instantaneously took damage. Already back to full HP, though. Well, nearly. What did he drop for us? More HP. Happy to see it. I don't know if it's true, but it feels like this staff really starts with the lowest amount of HP. Considering how we just barely managed to eke out a victory on our last run, we're really going to have to get either really good or really optimal build here. I apologize for being so quiet, but this is stressful. Kind of in a great way, though, to be honest. Okay, so we got power and we got agility. We don't really need a lot of agility right now, but I'm definitely feeling the need for some damage. We didn't make any of the enemies have any more HP, because tanky enemies are never good. But we definitely have more enemies with more damage, and we need to start clearing them faster. Being able to heal myself is going to be a pivotal part of this build, though. Especially since I keep taking hits. And because the enemies keep spawning! Whew. All of that just for +2 damage. Hey, we're getting a lot of money, though. We're going to probably be playing a new game soon. I don't know if it'll completely replace Ember Knights here, but I got a few other things on my list that I'm interested in. And we were kind of only in Ember Knights until the first defeat anyways. One of the major reasons I have even played this game in the first place is because it was on my list for YouTube, and then the day that I was going to start YouTube, it released out of early access. So I was just like, well, that's about as perfect as timing can possibly get. Oh, you're faster too, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Tornadoes seem faster too. You're definitely like using moves faster. I think we'll get a skill selector after this as well. Yes, we will. Very nice. Arcane bolts. Or Ember fire. Well, this is 3 charges, so this actually builds really nicely into our build. Is there anything we can do with this? Doesn't seem so. Okay. We need to remember to check if we can do anything with apples. First skill does bonus damage. That wouldn't be bad. Whenever you crit, whenever you defeat an enemy. Skills release lightning bolts. I know I'm being a little predictable in the lightning bolts, but we're actually just looking for anything that says the word skill in it. Is this an ash room? No. There's only one of them. This is a new enemy, though. I don't think I've seen one of these before. Whew. That got really close at the end there. Okay, so what does this do? Refresh 1 charge to all skills. So that's not really worth it over healing, to be honest. Skill selector, we have some pretty good skills that we want, so we don't really need this anymore. Plus, we're going to be getting a lot of skill selectors from bosses. Go ahead and get a bunch of perfects out. Timing between these 2 perfects is very similar but different, and it's making me mess them up a little bit. Man, the staff is just so good at recharging skills, though. And we got quite a bit of healing from that room. There we go. They just keep coming. We might need to turn down, if we do die to this run, we might want to turn down the number of enemies by a little bit and instead have something else over number of enemies, because this is a lot of enemies. I thought they would all kind of come out at once instead of just the rooms being incredibly long. For this healing, though, we'd probably already be done. So this healing is pretty amazing. I'm just gonna go ahead and admit that it's pretty much freaking carrying us right now. Another boss. Mini boss thing. This is a lot. Okay, so that's actually one of his safest moves right there. If I dodge past them, I have time to do that. That went a lot better than the last one. Go ahead and take the apple, because adding a charge doesn't really help too much. Perfect stills give armor. So we just have a ton of effective healing on our skills right now. Let's try again. Oh, there's 5. Top left. I went a little faster at the end. It's one of these two. We're gonna go with this one. Nope. Unfortunate. I wonder if that resets the count. Or maybe he'll be at 5 each time after this. Don't know. So it said something about boss variants. Ooh, you're purple now. Eruptor of Power, Ignaza. So you're a variant. Need to be careful then. Oh, that's definitely new. Apparently, increased number of enemies also means how many enemies are in the boss rooms as well. Wow, because of the perfect skill, I'm actually getting like 7 effective HP back per perfect skill. That is really good. Okay, so that shoots left to right. Then he comes back down. Oh, you move while doing that? That's... I couldn't dodge. Got some, Whew. Okay. Variants are fun. Variants are hard. No matter what, we're going to be leaving the variants on. Yeah. I am really not surprised I didn't make it in time. There are so many enemies. I'm not sure how I'm going to ever make that timer anymore. I will say, if there's anything that we are going to remove, it's going to be the extra enemies. I thought that extra enemies was going to kind of make it more of a, I don't know, like a survivor, like in having hordes and stuff like that. But it just ends up being really, really long rooms where the enemies just keep respawning, essentially. Can't believe I'm even saying this, but I'd almost prefer less enemies that are tankier in this particular instance than more enemies that just respawn forever. Might have to see if we can find something else on the list other than this. Yeah, look at this. It's still going. Yeah, this is going to get pretty ridiculous in later areas. Your first casts War Cry, increasing all knight's damage for 5 seconds. See, with how long the room is, this isn't good anymore. Because we'd only give damage for the first 5 seconds, and the enemies are just going to respawn. So instead we're going to go with Surge Pendant. So we're going to want to try and keep in mind that we want to use skills back to back. Because they increase each other's damage now. I'm not a quitter though. We will see how far we can get with this. I mean, we have a really strong build, so despite the fact that this amount of enemies has actually become more of annoying than challenging, we will see how far we can get. Whew. It's getting kind of button mashy with how many enemies I have to take down. Honestly, I might look for something to replace my staff's bolt next time that we get a mini boss skill selector. I think it's currently my weakest part of my build. Something that causes a status effect might be good, but I definitely want damage. Or maybe some AoE, to be honest. And look at this, they're just still coming. And they're still coming. Whew. I don't really get any benefit for having killed so many per room either. That was a really good charge up. I think with some practice, staff could easily be one of the stronger weapons in the game. Just because skills are so powerful. Just gonna go ahead and get some armor up before the mini-boss. Are you going to be a variant, or are you going to be... Oh yeah, that's right, there was already mini-boss variants. What am I talking about? I'm gonna watch out because he'll probably still have more ads, too. That's the weaker of the two skills. I definitely want to use that first. Well, that was new. Wasn't good enough, though. Okay, so is there anything here? Let's go ahead and reroll. Judgment. Judgment's pretty good. Let's reroll again. Cloak and Dagger could be good, but let's not. Ah, Ghostly Spear. That's something that I was looking forward to. Okay. So now we have a nice long-range, good AoE skill that has a similar charge rate as the bolts as well. Oh, there we go. I didn't want to talk to you. I wanted to pick this up. That really does some stuff for us right there. I only have 278, which means if I reroll, I won't be able to afford anything. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this with the intent that if we find our slime friend, I'm just gonna give it to him right away. A mini-boss version of this guy. Ooh, that freeze is pretty deadly. And I got you down. Skill damage. Happy to see it. A little bit of HP, and more skill damage. So now, actually having a ton of enemies in a room is going to be beneficial for us, now that I think about it. Because each of these is going to increase my skill damage by killing them if, Okay. Despite the fact that we really definitely need to get kills with skills, we also need to survive. Please survive. Okay, we're back in safe territory again. Whew. So we got 20% from that. Wow, we're already at 143%. I think we're getting a lot from our kills here. Saw an opportunity, as soon as he got stunned, to just blast him. We're going to preemptively use that to get our healing up ahead of time. I will say, this game mode is a lot of fun. I should say, this difficulty level is a lot of fun. Not great for the commentary, though, because I'm scared for my life at pretty much all times. It's gonna make me really good at this game really fast, though, for damn sure. It does seem like now that we got more damage going for us, the amount of enemies in the room is more beneficial than damaging. It's still taking a long time to clear each room, and this recording episode is going to be just crazy long. They're still coming? Seriously? Okay, now they're done. Look at that, though. I ended the entire room with more HP than I started with. Another elite. At least we know what we're doing with this guy now. Huh. Some more HP. Crit chance, damage, max HP. Up to 178% skill damage. And we got our second boss. This should be a variant of Bruma. Bruma has never defeated us previously, so let's see if the variant will do any better. Seems like he's the same color. Fallen Monarch. He's no longer the despot. Oh, you're doing that now. Interesting. That's new. It's actually worth killing these guys with my skills, because they count as an enemy slain, interestingly enough. Wow, that was a lot of enemies. Clear out the ads. Then he's vulnerable again. Already got him down to phase 3. Clear these out. Use our skills as soon as they get off cooldown for the extra HP. Because we don't heal after bosses anymore either. Oh, that was rude. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he like put a whole bunch of guys around me right as he used his ability to try and prevent me from getting away. Happened so fast I almost didn't see it. Got a lot of healing, but yeah, 15 minutes. Again, not surprised. I mean, we're 44 minutes into a run. It only took us about 15 minutes to win our first run. That was only level 2. We'll see how far we can get. Again, I'm not one to give up very easily, but I don't think I will be doing extra enemies in future runs. Maybe a little bit of extra enemies, but not full ranks of extra enemies. Because as the enemies get tougher in higher levels, it's going to just be more and more enemies. It's just going to take longer and longer to complete each room, and my YouTube recording is going to be like 50-60 minutes on average. And sure, I'm getting like tons and tons of damage and benefit from this, and you know, if I was just doing this for my own personal sake, I'd probably be fine with it, especially for a run like this, but it's just, it's not great. Frozen enemies are burned. I don't really freeze. Whenever I crit, my stills refresh, though. I could lean into that. I only have a 4% crit chance right now, but if I get a little bit more... Because realistically speaking, I'm getting wisdom from every kill with my skills anyways. So I could lean into getting crit chance. And then maybe find the thing that says my skills crit too. This would increase my refresh, which would synergize quite well with the whole build. Okay, that rune was actually pretty fast. I mean, don't get me wrong, this build's really strong. I actually think this build's so strong that if this wasn't an enhanced run with all of the extra modifiers, it would be basically a guaranteed win. But with all the extra modifiers, I have no idea how far we're gonna get. I just realized we have a friend over here. Whenever we get back to town, we should probably invest in rerolls as much as possible, because if the runs are going to be this hard, then we're going to need good builds. And the only real way to guarantee that we get a good build is that we get some rerolls. Oh man, I haven't seen what the elites for this level looks like yet. I bet if there's an elite of one of these wizard guys, I'm going to hate it. I want to see an elite scarecrow. Oh man, it could be worse. It could be an elite of one of the dagger throwers. That would be just the absolute balls. Oh man, I would fucking hate that so much. Oh. Oh, missed them. That was tanky, right? Not just me. Okay. Room cleared. Precision adds into the existing build and gets some more ash, which means we're gonna have a double elite. Well, not really elite, double guarded unit. I wonder if we can get this charge attack replaced on the staff here. I'm kind of figuring it out a little bit. It's kind of something you channel into someone whenever they're already pretty vulnerable. Go ahead and buy more ash. I will sacrifice a little bit of run. Ooh. That is a good find. If you didn't read that in time, what that does is every time I refresh one of my skills, I kind of do like this big explosion thingy around me. Considering my entire build is around refreshing skills, this is going to go off all the time. I'm not going to say it's like the best thing in the world, but it is a lot of added damage. Yeah, that kind of like sacred geometry explosion you see around me there, that's what it is. The only downfall is that we do have a sort of a range build going here. You have to be relatively close in order to get it to go off, but fortunately, the enemies like being close to me. Even the range enemies kind of like to be close to me. Man, we're just like staying at maximum HP. pretty strong run. Beguile. Oh wow, we kind of just annihilated that guy. It's funny that our friend there actually counted as reroll. You know, refresh 10. What's the refresh on this? 15? And we have 2 charges. This is very long range, and this is relatively short range, but I actually do like it quite a bit. Our build sort of is around refreshing faster, so we're going to try this. This might be a mistake. It takes a little bit longer to perfect, but 2 charges and a faster refresh plus a new stats effect. Plus, if we need to, we can just shotgun it into their face real quick. But the reason I grabbed it, realistically speaking, is because it does burn, and there's a lot of really good burn items in the game. I haven't really taken that much time to use any of them yet. I will say getting a perfect on this is a little bit harder. Takes a lot more time. Still managing though. Still managing. Still need gold. Okay. Oh, here's our first mini-boss. Elite thing. I don't know what to call these yet. Did I bake a pie? I did. I don't know what that was, but I imagine I don't want to be in it. Some move speed. Oh, I should have, if I liked those apples on fire. I don't know if taking this was a bad decision. We're gonna have to see in the long run. But I am definitely getting perfects less often. And the fire attack here has slowed me down quite a bit. But it does seem like it's stronger for how much slower it is. That is so many grab attacks. Crit chance. We'll get more refresh. So, gonna drop that, and oh, there's not another apple in the room. Oh, good, offering pit. We got something to give to you. We didn't really care about this. Can we select multiple things? We don't really want anything else to be gone, though. So we're just going to do this one. Pretty much anything you give me could be better. That is pretty much exactly what I was wanting. Okay. Another one of you guys. Not too bad. Not too bad indeed. Oh, we have a friend over here, and we can make a pie. Only heals us a little bit, but... Just kind of ignoring the scarecrow in the corner there. Got some good old proper roguelike chaotic build going on here. Really appreciate it. This game doesn't have a lot of options whenever it comes to like builds and variants. You know, it really doesn't compare to, you know, some other games out there. But it's still really well made, and I think if they just added more content, like more skills, more, you know, maybe not more weapons, but more mods for the weapons, maybe some enemy variation, alternate paths, you know, stuff like that. Stuff that like Binding of Isaac and Ravita and stuff like that have, then this game could go from being good to fantastic very easily. I would very easily say that it is quite good. It's just not at the point where it's like... I don't see myself playing 100 or 1,000 hours of this game. You're red this time. Overwhelming mass doppelganger. Well, I see why he's called doppelganger now. That was pretty easy to figure out. They made this harder. Oh shit. Yep. Do these count as ads, or are these actually part of your mass? I'm doing a little bit of damage to him while damaging these guys. Oh, my lightning just revealed to me kind of a little bit of a dev thing there. The guy was in the center, but just like hidden or invisible or something like that, because my lightning was hitting an invisible enemy in the center of the room. Oh boy! That is terrifying. This variant is much harder. That is damn sure. I will say, I might not be enjoying, and I might be complaining a lot about the extra enemies modifier that, you know, I did to myself, mind you. But the boss variants, these are really cool. These are really, really cool. I really wasn't expecting an attack like that. Oh, 3 laser beams were coming in on me all at once. We're an hour in, but the run's going really well, and I kind of want to keep it going. Keep it down to 1 episode per run. I really do think that the extra enemies is really what's bloating this episode up. So, disregarding my own complaints about them, I think that even if it is technically good for the build, it is bad for the YouTubes. Wow. I think I annihilated that guy. Okay. I've gone them thinking that the staff is bad to the staff might be one of the strongest weapons in the game. Mind you, I did basically get handed the luckiest series of items I could have possibly have gotten with the staff. What with getting perfect skill heals, perfect skill armor, and a whole bunch of skill damage, basically instantly. I kind of wonder, I don't think it's true, but I kind of wonder if this game has one of those skill algorithm things, like Potato, where whenever you have more of a thing, you get more of that thing. Ooh, so whenever I use a skill, then its weapon attaches a guaranteed crit, which means that on top of that, whenever I crit, I refresh skills. So in between attacking with my skills, I'll be refreshing them more often. Oh, but stun burns an enemy. Yep, I have to take the burn stuns an enemy, because that means that I actually have a reliable way of stunning on command now. Yeah, look at that. Still an absolute fuck ton of enemies. Again, I'd be really okay if they all just came out at once. Them coming out in 6, 7, 8 waves is kind of just... How much wisdom am we sitting at? 300%. But we don't really need the movement speed, so I think we take the wisdom. I think we see where our damage is coming from. I know it's weird to say, considering we have such a consistent source of burn, but if we can get more burn, it would actually be really nice, because it means that we could potentially, like, maybe perma-stun? But this stun here, this was a big deal. Especially because I can just kind of like tap it if I need to for an immediate stun. And then I can save up the perfect skill usages for my other thing here. And Lily. Ooh, I have no idea what that's going to do, but I'm not excited about it. I'm just gonna go ahead and stun you real quick to be like, please stop. Despite how much healing we have, we still need to play well. You know, I should have baked that pie. We don't have any more offerings, but we have plenty of gold. Judgment Ice, lightning effects. That would have been nice, because we get a lot of those. But we've already had that carry us once. Maybe not. Maybe not carry us twice. I don't think either of those are worth it. So we're going to reroll once on the off chance. Yep, that's what I thought was going to happen. Everything's too expensive. Pretty much needs to focus on healing in this room. And not taking damage. Which I mean, leave means we have to get rid of these guys, pretty much. I don't know how to handle this many orbs. This is a lot of orbs. I believe we have taken damage, not healed damage. Huh. Extra gold. Oh, I just noticed that there was a secret in the center of the wall back there. From what we've been able to tell, all of the secrets are just extra skins. So I'm not too sad about missing it. But it was the first time that I noticed a secret in one of this Mechanicus anvil areas here. So far, this has been a great room for some extra HP. You know, after we turn this more HP modifier off, the game's going to feel a lot easier all of a sudden. Never ends. Oh my gosh. More and more and more and more and more and more. They just keep coming. I forgot to bake the pie again. We'll focus on those guys. That was cool. Got a whole bunch of procs of my book all at once. Hey, I baked the pie. Didn't even see the apple, to be honest. Did we get that steel thing? No, we got fire instead. That's right, that's right. Wow. Let's go for damage because we don't really need the wisdom. Mini boss. How hard these rooms have been. Honestly, the mini bosses are a relief to see because they go to town so much faster than the rooms do at this point. Yeah, I mean, look at that. I cleared that room in like a few seconds. Meanwhile, or I cleared that mini boss in a few seconds. Meanwhile, the last room took me like 3 or 4 minutes to finish. Well, found our approach strategy. If we approach with this, it gives us that little bit of bonus skill power for a few seconds, stuns them, and lines us up for a perfect on the matchup missiles. Killing so many enemies is really giving us the opportunity to figure our stuff out. It's the bright side, I guess. If we were to try and find a bright side to this. I will admit, I kind of hope that they kill me. I'd like to go back and spend my ash and be done with this many enemies. But I also refuse to give up. So you're gonna actually have to try hard enough to kill me, guys. I don't remember. Have we turned up the damage? Because it feels like they hit way harder. So I have a ton of HP, but they are burning me down really fast. I think we did. Ooh, I just cooked that. Heals 20 HP. Interesting. We have 366. We can probably buy something from the shop. Except that all the shop prices are kind of crazy. That would be really good. And whenever we use a skill, we throw a snowball that freezes a random enemy. I think we use 1 or 2 skills here and there. This is Ash then. Yeah, that's pretty good. We got 10 Ash. We could use that whenever we get back in order to finish upgrading our staff here. But I don't think that's terribly interesting, so we'll probably go for the Scythe or the Boomerang next after this. I'm thinking maybe the Scythe, because the Scythe is actually kind of really interesting as a very short-range melee weapon that has the hybrid of every third hit you get like this charge, and you can use the charge as a ranged weapon. It does like bleeding and stuff like that. It has a lot of inherently good damage in it. The other thing I like about it is that every time you find an apple, you can slice the apple. It gives you +1 maximum damage. So it has a kind of like a built-in way to scale over the course of a run. I actually wish that every weapon had something unique like that. But some of the weapons don't interact with the fruits and veggies in an interesting way at all. Although I am going to be shooting more things with more elements now, just to see. But Yeah, 20 HP. That doesn't do anything. I would have tried to hit all of them, but I already knew that I was going to be at maximum HP after the first one, so. Warlord Mac, variant. Let's see what you do. Well, I can't stun bosses. Unsurprisingly. Ooh, that is a lot of missiles, though. I wonder if there's more than one variant of all these guys, too. It'd be pretty cool if there was. That's a cool attack. He's not that hard. I actually want to argue and say that he might be easier than the other version. Then again, it's kind of hard to tell whether someone is hard or easy when you have this much damage. It kind of seems like his attacks are pretty predictable. Yeah. He died really fast. Mind you, we do have like, I don't know, 509,000% still damage right now. Sitting in an hour 18. Fingers are actually getting sore. I have a meeting in about 30 minutes, so... And we're not making any of these timers anymore. But we did manage to get to the gauntlet. And, I mean, if we go and beat Praxis with his special version of whatever we did in order to access him like this on our first try, well, I mean, first real run, those other two false starts, I'm not even counting those. Because it helps my sanity to not count those. But if we beat him right away on our first video back, it'd be kind of something. I don't think I would be done with the game because of it. There is actually a few more things I want to try. I kind of like to see all the variants of all the different bosses. And I'm really interested in the modding of the weapons. Yeah, I will admit, we're getting to the point in this run where I'm not really paying full attention anymore. This weapon build kind of combination is very safe, I would say. Not having to worry about not getting hit and such. And there's so many enemies that I kind of just fire in their general direction and I kill something. Gotten into a rhythm. I am going to be pretty interested to see if this really long video gets more or less views than the other videos, because, I mean, Ember Knights released around the same time that I started my channel, and it's getting more views, but the interesting thing about it is that it's getting more views and it's getting less watch time than the other game that I'm playing right now, which is Pathless. I think what I'm going to probably do for the future is I'll have one game that's like this, which is, you know, a game that's newly released, but is something that I'm interested in. You know, maybe serves to draw people to my channel kind of thing. And then I'll have another game that is something that I'm more interested in that maybe has been out for a long time or is really weird or niche or something like that. Like, think about playing Salt and Sacrifice and a couple other games that, you know, probably not many people know about. I don't think Salt and Sacrifice even made it to Steam. It's still only on the Epic Launcher. It's the follow-up to Salt and wow, Salt and Something. It's by Straw Studios. It's a 2D kind of roguelike, not roguelike, Dark Souls-like game that it's by the same people who made the Dishwasher and stuff like that back in the old day. It's a husband and wife couple who make games. They honestly, I think I've liked every single game that they've ever made. And Salt and Sacrifice is it's kind of weird. I can see a lot of people not liking it because what they did is they took the Metroidvania model, and then they took the Monster Hunter model of all things, and they sort of combined them. And one of the major complaints I see about that game is that people are like, oh, well, you know, you did too many things in one game. And I can see where they're coming from. I played Salt and Sacrifice when it first came out with one of my friends. Same friend that I played this game with, actually. And he's not terribly consistent with a game unless it's, like, super good. Which is always kind of a little bit of an indicator to me of how much, like, the everyman would like a game. Because he kind of just plays whatever's coming out as it comes out, and he'll play, you know, 5 to 10 hours of it. I tend to play games for a little bit longer, but I also tend to play strange games, and I bounce between my solo games quite a bit. It's actually why I started this channel, is because I like playing a lot of weird games, and I found that I like people watching me play. But anyways, yeah, Salt and Sacrifice has this sort of oddity to it where it feels like there's too many things going on at once. But I actually really liked it. I just kind of found a lack of motivation to continue playing it. So I'm going to kind of use YouTube as that map of motivation. And if it ends up being good solo, I'll probably play through the whole thing. Not sure ahead of time if it's going to be good solo. We're really strong, and I suspect that there's a good chance that I can win this run with this build. We're just going to do the minimum amount of gates here that it takes in order to get to the boss and see if the boss has any variants. I remember seeing that it said variants for floors 1, 2, 3, and 4, which means that theoretically there wouldn't be variants for Praxis himself, but maybe that's inherent to, like, whenever you find him again, he gets a variant. They mentioned something about the Architect, so who knows, maybe there's a secret extra boss at the end. If there is a secret extra boss or a secret level and this run ends up taking like an hour and a half to finish, there is a good chance that I will maybe truncate the beginning of this run. I might edit it, and I saw another YouTuber that I watched who's kind of an inspiration of mine because he's not a big YouTuber and he kind of just plays games. But I watched someone else do this thing where he basically just edited out the first 2 areas of a run. So what I might do is I might leave in my failures at the beginning here, edit out the first 2 areas, and just show kind of the run in its fullest. I'll probably leave in all of this as well because I don't know. One of the reasons that I like doing YouTube is I kind of just like chatting about stuff, and whenever you get to the point where you're comfortable enough in a game to kind of chat, it's a good place to be. Plus, our build's not really changing anymore, so there's not really many decisions to be made here. I'm kind of just straight playing. It's always harder for me to talk and make decisions at the same time. I imagine that's why a lot of YouTubers make a lot of very bad decisions while they're playing. Oh, hey. Double elite room. So this will actually have an effect on my build, but there's no choices here, so. Go ahead and blast one of them down. Go ahead and take these. I think that since I can't really turn those into anything useful, turning them into charges right before we go into the boss here was pretty much the best bet. Might be able to burn some damage on Praxis right at the beginning. Let's see if this is any different. Kind of hoping it is going to be. There was a little bit of cutscene there, but I accidentally skipped it. Okay. Oh, yeah, I got a blue orb. I tossed it into his little rift. Huh. Even with all the power of the Nexus, you're still weak. Not this time, Praxis. Oh! My friends showed up and added their power to mine. So I'm following them now. Put a stop to Praxis once and for all. Okay. So this is definitely different. A new cutscene? I'm gonna have to take some screenshots here. Oh, is this a whole new level? Oh my gosh, if this is a whole new level. Whoa. He's new. I'm guessing that's the Architect. And instead of being able to meet him ourselves, Praxis is ripping him to shreds. Ooh, black holes around the edges. I might need to get a screenshot of one of those black holes. After all this time, it's done. I feel the power of the Architect flowing through me. This is my true fate, to be the Architect of all reality. What was next? Yes, creating my own universe. It's almost like he forgot what he was going to do next after this. This one is in the way. I'll have to destroy it first. Watching one universe die and another begin isn't something you get to do every day. Even I don't know for sure what will happen. Unfortunately, though, you don't get to see it. Before this universe collapses, I will erase your existence myself. We'll see about that. I have a really strong build. It's concerning that you grew extra arms, sir. Did you know that you grew extra arms? Were you supposed to grow extra arms? Yeah, look at that damage. Oh, he still does that grab attack. It's a little bit fancier than it was last time. Oh, he's summoning mini-bosses. Wow. Okay, then. I mean, joke's on you. I'm really good at killing mini-bosses. So this is going to be a boss rush boss fight. I kind of love the concept of that, to be honest. Yeah, unfortunately for you, this is actually a unique opportunity for me to heal myself instead of actually taking damage. I said the word damage, so of course I took damage. Okay, let's just go ahead and dodge in this phase. Yeah. Defeat Praxis in Architect's Realm. You did it, thank goodness. Oh, he has a whole new animation, or a whole new spray. Reign of Terror is over. To think it would even go this far. Allowing your rage and arrogance to consume you is what led you here. Where did Esper come from? You being chosen as keeper over me, that my fate is to be your lackey? I'll never accept that. I am the superior being, even with the Architect. Even the Architect couldn't stop me. If it weren't for you, I would have what is rightfully mine, so spare me the lectures. Took a screenshot in between there trying to grab one of those black holes. They're so pretty. Ember Knights, our mission is complete. With Praxis defeated, this nightmare comes to an end. The Nexus is safe, and the Prime Worlds will be restored. There's one last thing I must do. Is he gonna heal him? Strain him up? Hate that whenever I screenshot with Steam, it puts my cursor right in the middle of the screen. I think he's pulling all of the ember out of him. Guess it's restoring it to the tree. Oh yeah, he did actually suck all the ember out of the tree at the beginning of the show here. The beginning of the game. I wonder if that's the true ending. If it is, that's... I mean... Yep. There's the, Ooh, that is a nice thing to take. I'll go ahead and take a screenshot of that. I really like their art. I'm going to be taking screenshots of all of these. If I keep playing this game, this is going to be all of my future thumbnails. It's kind of like an epilogue. Yeah, I knew those frogs weren't bad guys. I kind of figured that, you know, Praxis himself is kind of just a jerk, and when I'm recruiting people. Definitely love the look of the architect there. Has a very Marvel feel to, like, reminds me of like one of the creatures that made the Eternals. I forgot what those were called. Maybe it was the Eternals. Thanks for playing. Complete a run on a higher difficulty. Endless mode? Hell no. Our video is an hour and 33 minutes long. We unlocked a lot though. Let's look at those skins. Well, we'll do the upgrades later. Is that new? I think that's new. Yeah, it's kind of like cosmic. Ooh, that one's pretty too. Let's go around to that cosmic one though. Ooh, that is very nice. Did we unlock anything new in here? I want to check something. You have some relic orbs to identify and aid you on a journey. Come see me at once. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is lower the spawn count. 300%. No wonder. Jeez. Full heal disabled, Ember Revives disabled, 1 HP to start, fewer shops. I'd be okay with fewer shops. I don't like the relic limit. See if we can find a combination of things here. 10% extra HP isn't that bad. 25% more damage isn't that bad. Move speed isn't that bad. And 25% more enemies. Sure. I like the elite champions and all that. 1 max HP at start. That is really rough. I don't like any of those things at the bottom because they actually make the game less fun more than anything. So we were at 300%. Maybe we do enemy damage. Okay. So that's how we'll have it set up in the future. And next time we're going to be looking at the mods for the scythe. And I think I might do like 1 or 2 more runs. But, oh wow, I unlocked a lot of things. Third attack, you shoot a fireball. That's amazing. Defeat a frozen enemy, you heal. That's another nice healing item. Gives us some options. Defeat enemy stats met, still refresh. It's okay. Poison affects slow. That's pretty good. Whenever you conjure lightning, you conjure bonus lightning bolts. Kind of already done the lightning build, but oh wow, there's actually a lot more relics. Have we seen every... So we haven't seen all the relics. We haven't even seen some of the enemies still. Wow, there's actually a decent amount of enemies we haven't seen. That's interesting. I'll take a screenshot of those right there. So that is a nice image of Praxis. Yeah, that run on the game's timer was 1:06, but in real life it was almost 1:40. It says we have 63% completed. I just noticed these challenges in here. I wonder if these actually unlock things for us. Compendium entries and all mini-bosses, mini-boss variants. I see, so we have 5 more variants to see. I don't really care about unlocking all the colors or all of the relics per se, but I definitely want to see all of the different mini-boss variants. Okay, well, this has been Ember Knights. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. If anyone does get to the hour and 37-minute mark here, then yeah, please feel free to subscribe, leave comments, tell me how incredibly long the video is, whatever you want to do. And hope you all have a good one.